your boy Fula with the premiere show of the Fula Effect, where you can get your boxing, where you can get your sports, where you can get your society in general, and everything in between. So today I got two special guests. They're going to introduce themselves, and they're also going to tell you how you can follow them as well, too. So go ahead yourselves.
It's your boy Quattro Cinco. Follow me, and you can follow me on Reacher, and you can follow me at the Quattro Cinco page. No problem.
All right, cool. And PK, what's up? Tell them how they can. Yeah, tell them how they can follow you, man.
Cool. Hey, Fula, salute, brother. Thank you for having me on. This is Quattro, salute, bro. This is PK Boxing and MMA. You can find me under that name on YouTube. Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on.
All right, cool. So, I mean, since we don't got that long to cook, we might as well just go ahead and cook right now. I hate to talk about this fight. I mean, it's a bad word in my opinion, but it appears that Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller is official, and also Eddie Hearns, for some reason, I don't know why he said this, but he said he has some concerns with actually them fighting in the U.S. and, you know, he actually has concerns with actually Anthony Joshua getting a fair shake. I mean, what do y'all think about these words?
Take it away, Quattro.
I'm sorry. What exactly again? Just repeat the last part. My fault, bro.
So Eddie
I'm
Hearns,
at work. So I'm like,
no, you're good. So Eddie Hearns said that, you know, he's concerned with Anthony Joshua fighting Big Baby Miller in his backyard. So, what do y'all thoughts on that?
Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. It don't even matter. You'll find some type of way to pay off the referees, or he'll figure something out. I don't think that really truly matters. I think they going in New York. They going where the money is. You know, so
yeah, that's what he said.
You know, like, yeah, I mean, if the scorecards even look close, I'll be like, damn, maybe
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You can hear me now? Hold on. Hear me? Y'all hear me? Hold on.
He dropped off.
Oh, he dropped off.
Well, I'll pick up.
I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Could you hear me?
I couldn't hear you, Quattro. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you guys. Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't hear you, PK, either. So what were you saying though?
Go ahead,
yeah,
PK.
I can hear you guys.
I'll go right
I can
after.
hear you guys loud.
Cool. Man.
Yeah, that's what Anthony. That's what AJ said though.
So, man, I can never really anything that comes out of Eddie Hearns' mouth. Man, I can't really take it at face value. I don't really trust anything he says, man. So everything is kind of like propaganda as far as I'm concerned. When he says something, it never really seems to be the truth. And if it is the truth, it's like a slightly twisted version of it. So I don't know if he's trying to, you know, go ahead and start putting something in the officials' minds already. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but it's whenever he says something, I just, you know, I don't really think too much of it, because it's usually always ends up to be, you know, just a crock of shit. But that's all I'll say on it.
Yeah, for sure. Whatchamacallit? Quattro, what do you got to say about that, man?
Um, I just feel as though the judges get swayed at wherever the bag is. We've seen it a million times over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Eddie, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Hearn and Eddie Hearn gonna figure out how to get the judges on his side one way or another. Cause I feel like he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
use money on the fighters. He uses money on
Mm-hmm.
ring car girls and and sanctioning bodies and judges. So he's going they
Mm-hmm.
gonna get that bag to see Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Joshua's way. That's all I really gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Now, Abel Mahari just entered the building. What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
We're shaking, Abel.
Chilling.
What's up, Abel?
It,
Yeah, can
it's
y'all hear me?
raining over here. It's raining over here. Yeah, we can hear you. It's raining over here. So, whatchamacallit? It's we just chilling indoors since it's raining.
All right.
So that's
So
all that's
what are you
going
guys
on,
talking
man.
about?
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about, Eddie Hearn came out today and said that he's worried about Anthony Joshua fighting Big Baby Miller in his backyard. And he said that, he's concerned about that. So what are your thoughts about the that being said, that he's concerned about that?
Well, I mean, we have to also consider the fact that you have to. We all have to take the words of Eddie Hearn with a grain of salt, because most times he's just contradicted himself. But I mean, in the past, I mean, we've seen a lot of bad judging. Especially from 1999 when Lennox Lewis got robbed against Evander Holyfield in their first fight. So I mean, there is some legitimacy there, but the fact is, Joshua cannot sit around and wait and get the big bag in the UK. It's not going to happen. They all know that the big bag belongs here in the US. But it's so funny right now that a lot of these UK fans that I'm seeing is that they're waking up. They're basically saying, "Well, you didn't want to come to America to face Deontay Wilder, but you're willing to come to America to face Gerald Miller." I mean, it's just little hypocrisy, man. It's just literally garbage at this point. So that's pretty much what I got to say about that.
Is that BFTB in the building?
BFTB just fell in the building, man.
BFTB.
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
The
what
BFTB, the vampire troll.
What up?
What's good, man?
Hey, BFTB, introduce yourself. Let people know how they can follow you, and just give them the spiel.
Shit, this BFTB, man, aka the grave digger, aka the troll killer, aka a troll's worst fucking nightmare. Listen, you could just find me on BFTB Boxing. They know where the graveyard's at, man. They act like they don't, but they know where it's at. They drive by it all the time. You know what I'm saying? They just look the other direction. I'm the same name on Instagram and everywhere else.
Yo, BFTB. Let me just say before we go, BFTB, you had me cracking up today with that little kid, man. I can't stand that little kid, man. I ain't go for, but you had me dying at the end, bro. Like when I tell you I was crying, you always have me crying at work, and people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Yo, for real, I was like, yo, he straight ejected his ass. But go ahead, man.
Hey, that's what it is. Body bags.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the? Oh, you were talking about Dillian White in his in his pumped up his padded record, right? That's what I got a gist of. You were talking about that, right?
Well, that's what everybody likes to talk about resumes, man. That's what they keep talking about. Resumes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, fine. Everybody knows I don't like talking about resumes. I don't, because to me, resumes are bullshit. Man. They're bullshit because you can they're not used the way they should be. right? If you are the champion and the only person that you're fighting as the champion is the number one guy consistently, well, then resume matters. You know what I'm saying? If you're the champion, you fight the number one guy. The number one guy loses, he falls out of the top 10. The number two guy moves it to number one. That is your next competition. And it just keeps going like that. If that is the case, then your resume completely matters. But that's not the case. Now, they jump around and fight people, and and then they'll talk about how someone's resume is better. But then I can say, well, Dominic Brazil was ranked number 8. There was 7 motherfuckers ranked in front of him. Why didn't Anthony Joshua fight any of them? Melina was ranked number 15. Why didn't Anthony Joshua fight anybody ranked from 1 to 14? But oh no, resumes don't matter in that case. But they matter when it comes to Deontay Wilder and Deontay Wilder only. So that's why I exposed Dillian White's bitch ass today. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker hasn't fought nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah. The only guys he's fought are Ryu, Ken, who else? He fought Balrog one time. I think he fought in Bison. He made it that far and fought in Bison. But
if he fought them dudes, then he got a good resume. I'm gonna keep it real.
He ducked the Blanca fade though. That's the one fade he ducked. He ducked the Blanca fade. So those are the only guys that are on his resume. So Dillian White. The thing is with Dillian White, what he was looking for is he was looking for the AJ treatment. He thought that he had the same luxury as AJ, where he can fight like a bunch of has-beens and get a title shot. I mean, that's what he honestly thought. But the reality was quite different for him, and that was the issue with him,
Well, it goes even deeper, you know what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, Dillian White possibly could have been made mandatory. You know what I'm saying? He could have forced the WBC's hand to make him mandatory had he not fought Robert Helenius. But he was pressuring Eddie Hearn to get him a title shot. You know what I'm saying? He was pressing Eddie Hearn, get him a title shot, get him a title shot. Eddie Hearn is over here lying, talking about nobody wants to fight Dillian White. Nobody wants to fight him. He's full of shit. He could have got him had he not fought Robert Helenius for the title, he probably would have been mandatory. But he did that shit on his own, like a fucking fool.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to. I'm about to make a live right quick, and so when people, and I'm going to label it headed to go to Fula, and I'm gonna put your link in my live so that people can go back to it, then they'll head over here. Hold on a second, let me get your.
And then if you want, you can smash some bodies using my field. You can. I just open the field for you, and you can go ahead and snipe them if you want. Feel free.
They were more than
feel free. Dillian White, he had a chance to title, but for some reason he just didn't want to. I think he had a chance to fight Luis Ortiz for a title eliminator, but he ended up fighting Parker. He ended up fighting Parker instead, but he could have fought Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz was not ducking him. He wanted to fight him. There was nothing that had to do with money or anything like that. Dillian White didn't want to fight him. That was just the bottom line. And I think there was a time where Dillian White could have fought Dominique Brazil as well.
He could have. He turned that down.
But he didn't take that fight either.
That was last year. Last August, he could have fought him.
Yeah. Dominique Brazil. And now all of a sudden he wants to fight him. And speaking of which, what do you guys think of this? These words from so Dominique Brazil said for the moment he will take a Dillian White fight because he'll just be patient for the forever running Wilder. Those were his words. What do you guys think about those words? And for me, it's just we know who's running because Deontay Wilder showed up at his fight and said, anytime. That's what he did. And he smiled. He had a grim smile on his face and said, anytime you're ready.
That boy is not, listen, Dominic Brazil.
I want the whole panel's opinion on that.
On Dominic,
from everybody. What do you guys think of those words?
What did Dominic Brazil say?
So basically, Dominic Brazil said that um, that a Dillian White fight for the time being, and will be patient for the forever running Wilder. Those were his words. You know, those were his exact words, basically.
That dude's
Man,
full of shit.
he is so desperate to get knocked out by Wilder. Like, I don't know what he's just clout chasing, and I don't know, man. He's fuck Dominic Brazil, man. BFTB, you just slay that fucking dude. Fuck Dominic Brazil.
So Dominic Brazil, right? Dominic Brazil has had the opportunity several times. He actually could have fought Deontay Wilder already. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, he could have fought him already.
Yeah.
But he sued him instead.
Yeah.
You know, he sued him instead. And since he sued him, that's when he lost, you know what I'm saying? That's when he lost his opportunity to he lost his opportunity to fight. When he sued him like a fucking clown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because he sued him, you know what I'm saying, next thing you know, now they're like, all right, well, while these litigations is going on, Deontay Wilder go ahead and fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He could have forced that fight. He could have forced that fight or made Deontay Wilder pay him step aside money. He could have did that. You know what I'm saying? But him like a dumbass. Oh no, I'd rather sue. I'd rather sue. Like, man, you're a fucking clown, dude. You are an absolute fucking clown. He got pieced up by Marcellus Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Marcellus Wallace didn't even get pieced up by Deontay. He got pieced up by Marcellus. And because he got pieced up by Marcellus, he got all butthurt, tried to sue and get some bread, lost. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he's like, oh, we'll never. Like, just talking shit whenever he can. Oh, Anthony Joshua was a better fighter than Deontay Wilder, for sure. How the fuck can Dominic Brazil say that when he's never fought Deontay Wilder? He's never fought him. So how can you say Anthony Joshua was a better fighter? It's the stupidest shit in the world. That's the dumbest shit in the world, man. I sit back and look at this fucking big titty faggot, and I'm just like, bro, like this Jerry Curl Juice clown. I'm just like, man, who have you beaten to deserve anything? Yeah. Who the fuck have you beat? You know what I'm saying? What have you done to deserve it?
Yeah, exactly.
He actually, in all honesty,
I feel you.
He shouldn't even be the mandatory. He just beat Eric Molina.
I feel you, bro.
Like, this dude's a fucking clown, man. Like,
I definitely feel you on that. Yeah, man. 30, you know, with Dominic Brazil, he kind of. Well, you know, I'll say this about age. With heavyweights tend to be able to go a little bit longer, you know. So, you know, but the thing is about him is he's just a football player that decided that he was going to box. And the thing is with Dominic Brazil, when you look at it, he has no footwork. He has no, he really has no coordination, honestly. So with that being said, he doesn't really pose a threat to like the major guys, you know. In fact, I don't even know if he can dust off Dillian White. In fact, I think as much as I hate both of them, Birdie included, I think Dillian White dusts him off, basically catches him with something clean, and then it's just yeah.
That's I mean,
I think.
And you're right. Like heavyweights can go a little bit longer. Like Power is the last thing that could go. But what I mean by him being a little older is like his athleticism is really just at its peak now, and it's not really that, you know, that impressive to me. So I just think, man, for him, next couple few years, I think are going to be rough, man. If he starts, you know, fighting tougher competition, man, I don't see it going well for him against Dillian White, man. I think Dillian White has actually gotten better in the last few fights, and I see White putting some kind of hurting on Dominic Brazil.
Well, you got to consider that Dillian White's gotten better at some dirty tactics. Like in the last fight with Chisora, he was pulling his shorts up to say, "Oh, this guy's hitting me in the balls," and then he was also using that forearm to keep him down. But the referee, of course, was doing everything in his favor to allow him to do that. Now, will those tactics? I don't know. You know, it remains to be seen if they make the fight happen. You know, if they take the fight, whatever the case may be.
But
anybody else got it? Go ahead.
because listen, Dillian White is like not good to me. Dude, he's not good.
Yeah.
Not to me. He's not good at all. And I'm sitting here trying to
No,
like
he's not.
That was hilarious the way you said that, dude. He's
like,
not.
I'm trying to like clarify. I'm trying to
No, he's not.
yo, dude's just not good, man. He's not good at all. I'm like, bro, like
He's not good.
he is hyped up. Dude is hyped up from people in the UK. And this is why I was going over Dillian White's resume today, right? This is why I was going because they hyped this man up as the guard dog for Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? They hyped him up. They hyped this dude up. They hyped him up as if he's something great. You know what I'm saying? They hyped him up that way. And the only reason why they hyped him up is because they're like, oh, well, Deontay Wilder needs to fight him. Deontay Wilder needs to fight him. Deontay Wilder needs to fight him. They were not talking about anything with any other fighter. It was just Dillian White and Deontay Wilder. He got all of his hype from that. That's it. That's where he got his hype from. It's like, oh, well, why doesn't Wilder want to fight Dillian White? First off, Deontay Wilder didn't have to fight. Fight him for what? What the fuck does he gain from that? But he had enough UK dick riders to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's right. He is ducking Dillian White. Yeah, he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. Well, why don't you build your profile? Build your profile and fight Dillian White first. You know what I'm saying? They made him. He's not good. You understand what I'm saying? He's not. I want you guys to understand this. They made this guy. They pumped him up. They pumped it up as if, oh, well, Dillian White must be good. He must be good if, you know, if Deontay Wilder is ducking him, he must be good. You know what I'm saying? They made him.
Another thing I was thinking too was like, you know,
Well,
Dillian White hurt Joshua, so in any like instance of Joshua looking weak or anything, they're gonna try and have an excuse for that. Like, oh, well, you know, Dillian White is actually really good. You know, he managed to hurt Joshua. Da 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 da. Well, it's like, you know, I think Joshua's being a little overhyped too. You know, no more than a little bit, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, this is what I gotta say. And, you know, it's not all UK fans, but it's a great majority of UK fans. UK fans will blindly follow fighters, even if their fighters are in the wrong. Dillian White ducked Luis Ortiz, and they try to, like, turn it around and say Luis Ortiz ducked Dillian White. Dillian White ducked Deontay Wilder. Try to turn around and say Deontay Wilder is running. Dillian White, for whatever reason, now he wants to fight Dominique Brazil, but before he didn't want no parts of him. So, like, and then you have the other factor that comes into play, the Eddie Hearn factor, where Eddie Hearn will say, you know, this is a great, great fight. You know, Anthony Joshua and Dillian White is a huge, huge fight. A rematch is a very, very big fight to have, especially in Wembley. It will sell out. That's the other factor. And so UK fans, unfortunately, are used to lower quality boxing. You know what I mean? So
right, but that goes my take more, on it. That goes more into what I'm saying. They made this dude. That's why I made the lie that I did today. They manufactured this guy. They made him. You know what I'm saying? By just saying what you just said. Right? Oh, he hurt Anthony Joshua. And everybody's like, oh, the great greasy Joshua. If he hurt the great greasy one, then he must be good. You know what I'm saying? They made this guy. He's not good. Mm-hmm. He's not good at all. And if anybody's saying anything about Luis Ortiz, right? Then go fight him then. Go fight him, Dillian White. You had your opportunity to fight him several times. You had your opportunity to fight him several times, and you ducked it every time.
We got a troll in the hold on. We got a troll in the room.
I body him.
We already got a troll in the work. Jadon Sancho said, "Have you seen the state of Luis Ortiz's resume? Luis Ortiz's best win is Brian Jennings, but Luis Ortiz's best opponent is Deontay Wilder, who he gave all he can give. That opponent, even if he lost, is better than all of Dillian White's wins. You know." So, Jadon Sancho, your comment is null and void. Okay, your comment is very void. So, you know, let me give a rinse to someone. Let me go ahead and give a wrench. You know, that's what I'm going to do.
I bodied him earlier today. That's easy work.
Yeah.
I bodied him several times.
Yeah.
Not just once, several times. But so listen, for this guy, this weirdo talking about or Luis Ortiz's resume, easy. Then tell Dillian White to fight him then. Very easy. Very easy. Easy situation. It is done.
Hyphy, I gave you a wrench, all right? And so, yeah, I'm going to give you a wrench for now. And then when more people come in, then I'll give more wrenches. For now, I'm going to give Hyphy the wrench so he can control the chat. But, yeah, you know, these UK fans, man, and if they were realists, then I would have no problem with them supporting Anthony Joshua all they want. I have no problem with them supporting their fighters, but they support their fighters to a fantasy world, like to a point where like they over exaggerate so much that you're like, bro, calm down. You know, the fact of the matter is you have to look at who your fighters have been fighting. You're saying that you're saying things like Dillian White versus Chisora was a credible win. How is that a credible win, bro? Like Chisora, who is that?
And people that criticize,
fighters were really about it.
People who
criticize. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, I was going to say people that criticize, you know, the Wilder. People really tried to shit on Tyson Fury and Wilder fighting Tyson Fury. Was like Tyson Fury already stopped Chisora. So how is Derek Chisora like? No disrespect to Chisora, man. I actually think, you know, he's a solid European level fighter. But that's what he is, man. He's a solid B-class fighter. And Dillian White, I actually, you know, there's an argument to be made for Derek Chisora beating Dillian White. So I mean, all due respect to Derek Chisora, man. That's not, you know, a win that you can take to the bank every single day. You know what I mean?
Derek Chisora is trash.
Here's the thing. He is.
Absolute trash.
Wow, he came in again under another name. Hetty, no, hold on. Hetty won. He didn't say that, bro. He did not say that. Okay. Crazy. Look,
dude's a liar, man. They're fucking frauds. They love me, dog.
Look. The thing is this, man. Why would we even entertain UK fighters when they're not even taking fights in their own backyard? Tyson Fury I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury would have fought Anthony Joshua or Dillian White. They didn't want the fight though. So why would we even entertain that? You know? So like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm pretty sure that Frank Warren, as much as he hates Eddie Hearn.
We got a weirdo in the chat.
No, I see him.
Okay.
I got the wrench. I got someone to clap him. I got someone to clap him. Don't worry.
Hyphy there? Yeah. West Coast, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. The thing is that they're people, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not taking fights in your own backyard, if you're not taking fights with guys saying they'll go to your backyard, then what are we to believe about you? Except for you're looking for the easy route up. You know, a big paycheck and a title shot fighting the lowest opposition possible. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. You know. Not a value. Do you guys think this AJ fight will do well in the US? Honest opinion.
Not as well as
what do y'all think?
Trying to say not as well as what they're projecting.
Let me answer that. It's gonna do poor numbers, especially since the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder rematch is gonna happen sometime soon. But you know, it's gonna do poor numbers because if they would have came in and fought Deontay Wilder, maybe different ball game. But they came in to the American market with a poor attitude. They made enemies in the American market, and now, you're getting settled to cheap shit. And let me tell you something, Jared Miller, you better eat all the butter biscuits you want, though, bro. If you want to beat Anthony Joshua.
Well, actually, he's going to have to eat some of that Belizean food. That if he eats them plantains and them cassavas, then I give him a little bit of a shot. But other than that, I think he getting knocked smooth the hell out.
No,
unfortunately,
no,
I think so.
No. He getting knocked smooth the fuck out. In fact, maybe we can ask Mr. Cinco there. Give him some of that favorite brownies there too. I'm sure that might help Gerald Miller there too.
Yo, watch your mouth, man.
With no part to the brownies. No, chocolate brownies. You talking about them chocolate brownies?
Yeah, the chocolate brownies that I think of likes.
Speaking of that, onto that, think of a potential Samuel Vargas. That
who? What? Who? Samuel Vargas?
It's Samuel Vargas. I think it's I think it's Kell Brook and Samuel Vargas. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's what they said they're trying to work on or something.
No, I don't. Is it Sammy Vargas? It's the guy that I think it is Sammy Vargas. The guy that he was supposed to fight for the WBO title a few years ago. I think it might have been. Then he ended up fighting Manny.
What do you think of that?
Then he ended up fighting Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, what do you think of that? What do you think of that thing?
I think it's Eddie Hearn screwing his fans over. Not just his fans, but his fighters more. Yeah, Jesse Vargas out there screwing his fans over. He screwed his fans over on that. You know what I'm saying? He screwed not just his fans, but more importantly, he screwed Kell Brook. Listen, man, Kell Brook was the #1 ranked.
It's Jesse Vargas. Ruderick, hold on. Ruderick Campbell said it's Jesse. It's Jesse Vargas. That's what he said.
Yeah, Jesse Vargas.
It's Jesse Vargas. My mistake. Jesse Vargas. My bad.
Again, he was supposed to fight Kell Brook when both of those guys were the WBO and IBF champion. That would have given Kell Brook 2 belts because he would have destroyed Jesse Vargas. He would have destroyed him. Kell Brook would have absolutely obliterated Jesse Vargas.
Agreed.
The problem is that it was like $100,000 difference because Jesse Vargas was going over to the UK to fight Kell Brook in the UK, but he was going to make like $100,000 more. You know what I'm saying? So the great and powerful Eddie Hearn could not pull $100,000 up from somewhere to pay Kell Brook for a unification fight. So they ended up not fighting him, which was the dumbest shit in the fucking world. Because you would have had a unified champion. The #1 ranked guy at the time, though, #1 ranked welterweight was Kell Brook. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Floyd Mayweather ducked him. I don't care what anybody says. Floyd ducked him. Floyd had all the other belts. Kell Brook, facts. Kell Brook needed 1 belt. I mean, Floyd Mayweather needed 1 belt. He needed 1. That's all he needed. All Floyd Mayweather needed was the IBF title, and Kell Brook had it. So for anybody talking about they won,
and he would have been undisputed.
And he would have been undisputed. So anybody talking about, listen, law, you can have your opinion all you want. I am okay. I fuck with you heavy. You can have your opinion all you want about who you would have favored in that fight. I don't care. What I'm saying is Kell Brook was ducked. That's what I'm saying. He was ducked straight up because Floyd Mayweather, the money man, had all the belts except 1. The only belt he didn't have was the IBF title. That was it. The only belt he had, and he could have fought him. He ducked him. He ducked that. Kell Brook was with it because it was a big money fight. He ducked that action. That would have been undisputed. So anybody talking about
he did.
Anybody saying, "Oh, I want undisputed. Oh, I think undisputed is better than lineal." Well, guess what? Floyd Mayweather was a lineal champion. He was a lineal champion, right? And as the lineal champion, right, everybody would say Floyd Mayweather was better than Kell Brook. Well, we agree on that. Well, we say Floyd Mayweather is better than Kell Brook. Can anybody disagree on that? Okay, well, he was not undisputed. Just so everybody is aware of this, he was not undisputed. He needed to fight Kell Brook for undisputed, but he was the lineal champion. So as the lineal champion, that was the best guy fighting, which was Floyd Mayweather. But he could have been the lineal champion and undisputed if he fought Kell Brook, but he ducked him. Now, to my opinion about Two Mark, man, shut the fuck up, dude. The fuck you talking about? Listen, you motherfuckers know good and damn well if you want that action.
Hey,
And Rudy Campbell, you're a fucking fraud. Your ass can easily have got on the channel. Both of y'all motherfuckers could have got on at any time. Well, guess what, Two Mark? This is not that. I don't know if they do. I don't know that. Fuck is wrong with y'all?
Okay. So what is Two Mark? What is Two Mark trying to get on the channel for? And I'll let him on. What is he trying to talk about? Is he trying to talk about
double mark?
White.
He is twice the mark, like my son.
What is he? Two Mark. What are you trying? What are you trying to get on for? What are you wanting to debate? Like what is your intention to debate? Like what do you want to debate on here? Let me know in the chat.
He want to get slaughtered by BFTV.
Dog, bro, just block his ass and get him out of here, bro. I ain't want to deal with no dumbass trolls in this.
To discuss boxing, but what part of boxing do you want to discuss? Like what we're discussing boxing right now. Like what's your point?
Kind of a troll line, bro.
know?
I'm just here to talk boxing. I've heard that before.
They love me.
I didn't need to talk about boxing.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the fact that y'all are disrespecting Anthony Joshua.
They love me, dog. They love me. I started a live.
Yeah,
right?
I know they do. I know they do.
I started a live and told people to come here. You know what I'm saying? And
so he said the flaws of Deontay Wilder.
The flaws of Deontay Wilder, man. I mean, what I'm talking about
over here. When did I ever say Deontay Wilder has no flaws? Double mark, twice the fuckboy mark. When did I ever say that? When? When did I ever say he has no flaws? You are a fucking mark. You are exactly a mark. A double mark. Twice the mark.
Well, he left his email there in the chat there, so you can find it.
Hold on. Yeah, I can find it. Two Mark. Bring your receipts. Okay, bring your receipt. But if you don't have no receipt, just chill out, bro. It's not that serious.
Show me when I said that.
Just bring your receipt.
Weird, dude.
He put his email in the chat.
Y'all are weird as fuck. You are weird. This is what these dick riders do.
No, but I'm not.
Hold up. This is what they do.
I'm not gonna let him in though. I'm not gonna let him in without no receipts.
Clowns, absolute clowns. You are a fucking clown, dude. I'm not
gonna bring him in.
He has no flaws. I never one time said that.
Look,
clowns, fucking clowns.
Look, if they don't have any, if they don't have any, look, if they don't have no receipts, then they're not getting on. You know, that's the thing. Like without any receipts, you're not getting on.
Two Mark.
If you don't have any evidence, I can't do it.
Twice the fuck boy mark. This is what I want you to do. Come see me tomorrow. Come see me tomorrow. Double mark. Come see me tomorrow. You know the time and the place. You know where the fucking graveyard is at. Come see me. Bring your receipts. Anyways, moving on, because we wasn't even talking about Deontay Wilder. But these fuckboys are so obsessed with Deontay Wilder. Yeah. They're obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. They need to find I'm
gonna tell you why they're obsessed with them. Because they know that if them being based in the UK, right? And they are and you know, deep inside their heart, they wanna like Deontay Wilder. They really like that. They like the athleticism. Yo, they like the athleticism. They like the power.
I'm scared of it.
Just see him tomorrow, bro. It's not that serious. See him tomorrow. All right,
dude. Just block him, bro. Just block his ass. Get him out of here, bro. We ain't got time for these damn trolls, bro. I'm gonna let them go. You know what they do? All they
that's
do is
cool,
they
bro.
sniff and lick their mama's asses every time, bro. That's what they do, though, man.
Clap
It's
his
all
ass.
gravy, man.
Until they're disrespectful.
Yeah.
If they're disrespectful, then they get blocked. But
Light work,
yeah,
man.
if
Easy work.
they
You know where it's at.
yeah.
You know where it's at. You know where to find me. You know what to do. On to this boxing though that y'all were talking about.
Now there's something else that was interesting that I heard, and I hope this happens. You know, this needs to happen. It'll be an easy thing to make happen. The guy who just smashed Machado said that I would hurt Davis and I would pressure him and I would do it in Baltimore, the Andrew Cancio guy. Do you think Floyd makes that fight, or do you think Floyd stays with the plans of making him fight tension for whatever reason? What do y'all think?
Hey, like my man Wookie Wook said, man, free Tank Davis, man. Free Tank Davis, for real. Free Tank Davis. Just like my man Wookie Wook says. Listen, Tank Davis should be fighting 2 to 3, maybe 4 times a year. There's no way he should be fighting once every 2 years. There's no way. That is a disgrace. This man he's 20, like 21, something like that. Young dude. Like he's
24. He's 24. He's 24.
He's still in the prime of his career. Don't matter. He could be 25. 25 is still too young to only have one fight.
I agree with you.
He needs to.
Floyd, I guess Floyd is twice the mark. Floyd is twice the mark.
That dude is the ultimate mark, man. There's not a number of marks for this clown, man.
Hey, can I?
PK, what were you about to say?
Can I ask the panel a question with regard to this? Now, I was told that Tank is with PBC, but he has this contract with Floyd. Now, if you were Tank and you wanted to see him get away from Floyd, like how would you go about that, man? Do you just start talking to Al Heyman, or do you start
No, you just look, you just cut off the middleman. Floyd's the middleman. Then what you do is just go to the to direct source, which is Al Heyman. You just cut out the middleman. That's it. So as BFTV said, buy yourself out.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an advisor. He's not a promoter. So,
right. That's
so
a perfect, person for Tank to be addressing it and try and build his own brand. Hold on. Phil Foden, yo, we did say White is a shit fighter. What are you gonna do about it? Dillian White is trash, okay? Nobody even uses him on Street Fighter, bro. So yes, we did say that, okay? That dude is a serious troll,
I
man.
even fight with him on Street Fighter, dude.
They love me, man. They love me.
He got smacked.
Yo, LT won a link. LT Green won a link.
Hey, like I said,
the WBC. What do you think? How do you think he's the number one in the WBC? Corruption and Eddie Hearn going out to lunch with Mauricio Suleiman. How do you think? It wasn't because of who he fought. If that's what you think, please give me a break, bro. Really. Man, you UK guys need to come live in the United States for maybe 3 months so you can see the quality of boxing we have versus your quality of boxing. Seriously, it will probably change your life. You know,
Hey, can I
you guys are used to B-class fighters. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna answer about the Tank Davis thing though.
So he doesn't deserve.
Hold on. I was gonna say.
Hold on. He doesn't title to fight for a title. He needs to fight for a title eliminator. Then he fights for a title. Fight a title eliminator. Then fight for a title. Fight Luis Ortiz in the title eliminator, or fight a real dog in the title eliminator. Then fight for a title. Don't fight these bum fights. Who deserves to fight for a title? Oh, the guy who simply got put out the rankings by Anthony Joshua, Mr. Luis Ortiz deserves to fight for a title. But go on, guys. Go on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me finish what I was gonna say though, until I was ruthlessly interrupted by some dumbass trolls. But anyway, the thing I would do if I were Tank Davis, you know, I would just try to buy out the contract of Mayweather Promotions, just cut off Mayweather entirely, and then just goes directly towards Al Heyman, which he's obviously an advisor, but and I think people tend to forget though that he's also will be interested to be promoted by about billions by Adrian Broner too. And Broner, despite the fact how dumb of a motherfucker he is, I mean he's willing to make at least good fights. Put in Tank Davis against some tough competition. I think that'd be my opinion. I mean the basic thing is just try to either buy out of his contract or just go directly towards Al Heyman and then just start your own, do your own thing, and then you can control, what you want to do, that kind of thing. Because we know that Floyd is not going to make any fights.
Yeah, I agree with Abel Mahari 100%. I don't even got a comment after that. But at the end of the day, will Tank do that? I don't know, man. People be acting like they comfortable, man. So,
right, So, that's why Floyd's so unique, because he believed in himself and he believed in the value that he can make. That's why he bought out of his contract with Top Rank and did his own thing. Why do you think the Oscar De La Hoya fight was made in 2007? There's a good reason for that.
Hold on. Ortiz versus Povetkin, a great fight. Povetkin, Mr. I need steroids to keep on going. What relevance is that? Really, what relevance is that? And Usyk doesn't want to fight Ortiz either. Okay, Usyk has not contacted Ortiz's people for that smoke. It was name dropping.
Dude, Tony Bell, you put hands on Usyk. He doesn't want to go anywhere fucking near Luis Ortiz. He'll get fucking slapped.
No, bro, that's a complete mismatch. I mean, there's no freaking way Alexander Usyk is going to be that stupid to go in the ring against, Luis Ortiz, and Alexander Povetkin does nothing for him either. I mean, Alexander Povetkin has no value in the heavyweight division, none. He's all he's known for is a failed drug test. That's it.
Okay, now back to the Tank situation. I really equated to Tank needs to do the Nipsey Hussle model. Nipsey Hussle was in a record deal at first, but they weren't putting him out, so he was able to just leave gracefully, right? Once he left gracefully, he took his grind to the street. He just started putting out mixtapes, dropping mixtapes, stuff like that. He got the idea to drop a mixtape for $100. That idea cooked up, and Jay-Z bought 10 of those mixtapes, right? And then after that, he dropped another mixtape for $100. But he also gave the option of doing the mixtape for free, downloading the mixtape at thatpiff.com. But with you got yours, right? Hustle finally came out with his album. Instead of signing a record deal, he signed a distribution deal. But he was still the head honcho of his whole operation. He was not bounded down by a record label. He still had free creative control over what he wanted to do with his career, over what kind of music he wanted to put out, over what he wanted to do. Basically, I equate having a promoter to being a record label, because when you're in a record label, you're kind of at the mercy of that record label to put out the music that they want you to put out. They may be looking for a certain sound that you necessarily don't want to do, but you have to do it because they're the ones who sign your check, But when you're free and you just have a distributor, right? You're able to put out the creative content that you want without being bounded back. So Tank is like Floyd is like a record label, He's trying to direct Tank in a way that he wants to be directed in, but he doesn't necessarily want to be directed in that way. In my opinion, Tank is like a pit bull chained, but Floyd is keeping the pit bull chained. But if the dog is unleashed, he shreds everybody apart, you know, and that's why I think he needs to cut out the middleman so he can shred everybody apart. Because I know y'all gonna say, Fula, stop hating on Lomachenko, but Tank absolutely demolishes Lomachenko. He hurts him very. He possibly breaks his nose, you know, if Floyd lets him fight him. But you know, we may never see that fight though.
Fula, this is gonna be a good debate between you and BFTB.
My opinion.
This is gonna be a good debate between you and BFTB. See, I know both of y'all answers because I know y'all two. I started with y'all two. BFTB, go ahead and cook on it. All right.
Hold up, man.
Go ahead, BFTB.
Well, hold on a second, man. I was just like handing out light work in the chat, so I missed the conversation. So say it again.
Yeah, I see. So, in my opinion, this is just my humble opinion. Tank is like a pit bull leashed up, and he can't like, you know, Floyd is holding him on that leash. But if Tank was off that leash, he shreds up everybody. Me personally, that's what I think. I think he stops Tevin Farmer. I think he hurts Lomachenko, possibly breaks Lomachenko's nose, and does a lot of damage, you know. But if you disagree, I respect that, bro. I completely respect that. So that's why Quattro Cinco wanted your take on it.
So all right, so here is my take. All right, here's my take. At this current moment, right now, I think Tank beats everybody minus Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko will absolutely embarrass that dude now. Right at this moment, right?
Okay.
If Tank Davis,
if
he gets three more fights, Tank Davis will destroy Lomachenko. Okay, it will not be close at this moment, right now, Lomachenko will embarrass Tank Davis, man. He will embarrass him, and let me explain why. Tank Davis he's young, very young. He's not disciplined. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to have his discipline, you need to keep him active. You need to listen. It's like just like you just said, right? He is a pit bull on the leash, right? So if you have a pit bull on the leash, if you don't train that pit bull to do what you want it to do, it's going to do whatever it wants to do, right? So you have to train that pit bull to say, hey, look, when I say bite, when I say kill or kill, you know what I'm saying? When I say kill or kill, you kill. You know what I'm saying? You don't kill no other time. When I say kill or kill, you kill, which means you just keep on working with him, keep working. And how do you do that? You let him fight. He should be fighting at least 3 or 4 times a year, at least 3 times. By doing that.
Yeah. Hold on. Hyphy said take the type of nigga to buy an I8 at 18% interest.
That's what I'm saying.
But back to your point though. Back to your point though. I have a question though. I have a question. What 3 opponents can he possibly fight?
It doesn't matter
right now.
That doesn't matter though. That's not the point. The point is not the opponents. The point is the activity. You got to understand. If you have somebody, right, and you are having them fight 3 and 4 times a year, they are going to be conditioned to be on weight. They're not going to have time to do stupid shit because they're going to be fucking training consistently. They're going to build up that consistency. They're going to build up that in their. Once they build that up, once they are constantly doing the same thing, all right, now it becomes repetition, right? So you have built this so it becomes repetition. So now that it's repetition, it becomes a habit. Your repetition becomes a habit. Like Floyd Mayweather, going to the club, but he knew he had a habit of training. So he'd go to the club and then run to the damn gym and go train because that habit was built in him. That habit is not built in Tank. If he fights Lomachenko right now, he will get washed. He will not beat him at all. But Lomachenko is on the down and Tank is on the up. So while your fighter is on the up, you keep him active. It doesn't matter who he's fighting. It doesn't matter. He can fight anybody he wants. It's just about being active. It's just about training for the fight. There is no way that he should go to a fight and miss weight at 24 years old. There's no way. He should come there on weight. He should come there ready. They should weigh him beforehand. How the fuck do you do it? Listen, you are a champion. How do you go to the scales? You go to the scales and you miss weight. You mean to tell me you didn't get weighed beforehand? You should have got weighed beforehand. You should have been on weight beforehand, not going to the scales trying to make weight, hoping you make weight. You should have knew you was on weight. Why? Because he doesn't have the repetition. Since he doesn't have the repetition, he has not built the habit. That's why. Build the habit of consistency. Build the habit of fighting and having to have it in your mind that, damn, I got to be on track for this one. I got to be ready for this one. Build that habit. You build that habit, then okay, now all of a sudden he's already a phenomenal fighter. Already. He's already got savage power. You know what I'm saying? So you put that together with a killer's mentality and a focus of a constant training, you got a killer. That's why I'm saying if he fights 3 times, if he fights 3 more times, and it has to be at least 2 of them have to be in this year. If he fights Lomachenko at the beginning of next year, he destroys him. If he fights Lomachenko next, or if he fights Lomachenko next, he gets washed. If he fights him after that, it might be a little debatable, but I think Lomachenko wins. If he fights him in his 3rd fight, I don't know about the 3rd one, but the 4th one, if he fights him in his 4th fight, if he gets 3 fights and then fights Lomachenko, he destroys him. Absolutely destroys him.
Okay.
The repetition would be built.
All right, LT Green, what's good?
What's going on?
LT Green, what's good?
What's going on with you, bro?
Chilling. What's up with you? What's up with you? Chilling.
What's good? Putting up these dishes, man. I appreciate you letting me come on, bro.
LT the God, what's good with you?
Yeah,
Hello,
man.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
I'm a big fan of your BFT, man. I'm in there every day, man.
Salute, King. You know you wrenched up.
Real business, man. But man, what y'all talking about that Tank, man? I think BFT right, man, about Tank fighting Lomo, man. I don't think I think he can beat him. Me personally, I can think he can beat him right now. I think he just got too much power for Lomo. And I just think, man, but he do need to take at least about 2 or 3 fights. That way we know when he go in there, he's just gonna dog walk him. But right now, he take Lomo through a very, very hard fight, man, and mess around, get Lomo out of there in the late rounds, like 10. You know what I mean? But because I don't see it going to a decision with Tank Power.
See, here's the issue I got with you, my brother LT. Here's the issue, right? Rigondeaux has jaw-breaking power. Rigondeaux. He has jaw-breaking power. And Lomachenko schooled him.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, he got power, but it's not about having power. It's about being able to hit somebody with power. Right?
You think Rigondeaux is nimble on his feet as Tank is?
I think
Rigondeaux and cut that ring off.
I do. I think it's not that they're on the feet. It's not being nimble on the feet. It's from the waist up. From the waist up, Lomachenko was a monster. His feet stay steady. If you watch Rigondeaux, right? If you watch him fight, he always keeps his feet in position for power. He's not. Right. He don't have his feet in position for a jab or something like that. It's always in position to knock you the fuck out. So he moved from the waist up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of leaning back and down and back and to the side, stuff like that. But he's always in a position to punch you. You know what I'm saying? When you watch Tank's on his feet, so he steps back. You know what I'm saying? He steps back and he steps to the left, steps to the right. You know what I'm saying? He has that type of foot movement, and his power comes because he's just a naturally strong guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a naturally strong guy. Listen, with Loma and Tank,
I will say this real quick.
He gets schooled.
If I could just say,
well, I will say this right now. Go ahead.
Sorry, not to cut you off, Fula. I apologize, brother.
So, no, go ahead. What were you saying?
Why I like that matchup between Tank and Loma is because Tank is young and athletic, and he fights well on the inside. A lot of guys like. It seems like when Lomachenko starts doing like the slick pivoting and stuff and stuff like that, I don't know. I like Tank to kind of exploit that, but I would like to see him maybe take 1 or 2 more fights. But that's kind of what we were discussing on one of Stay Ready's panels not too long ago, was like should these younger fighters like Tank or maybe even Teofimo Lopez, but you know, Tank's like 24. he is still pretty young. But what I kind of wonder about is if in a couple years, you know, Tank is what, like 26. He's got more experience. He's developed his tools a little bit more. You know, Lomachenko is going to be closing in on his mid-30s. Like, is Lomachenko going to take that fight? Is he going to duck him? So I don't know, man. That's a tough. Like, I want Tank to fight Loma right now. I don't know if he can beat him, but I know he'd give him a damn good fight. But yeah, maybe in a couple of years, I think he'd be like better prepared for it. But would Loma take it? That's my only thing.
I think Tank's youth will counter that. To be honest, man, I think Tank's youth will counter that.
Can I comment real quick, brothers?
And his aggression.
Yeah, go ahead. Quattrocinco, what's up? What up?
I feel as though Tank needs to strike while the iron is hot. You don't want somebody like Teofimo or one of these other guys taking off of your dinner plate. You don't want to do that. I honestly think Tank got what it takes to beat him now, despite what a lot of people may think, because Lomachenko hasn't really been frequent in calling this man out recently. Lomachenko been real quiet. So I think you need to get while the getting is good, because if you don't do it, somebody else coming and dust off this guy. You're not gonna. It's not gonna hold any substance.
So your point makes sense. Your point makes sense, but Lomachenko did call him out. Lomachenko said, "Look, I'm at 135. Right? When I was at 130, you didn't want me. I'm at 135 now. If you want to fight me, I'm not moving down. You move up." That's what Lomachenko told him. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's not. That's why he wasn't mentioning his name. He told him, if you want to fight me, you move up to 135, and Tank can make 135 easily. You know what I'm saying? So this is, to me, this is still a non-debate. I think I understand what you're saying, Ak. I do. I get what you're saying. I do not see Tank Davis ready for Lomachenko right now, and it's not necessarily the physical gifts that you guys are talking about. It's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentality, bro. This is, and if you notice, I haven't mentioned anything about his physical gifts being a problem for him beating Lomachenko. Not once. He's got all the skills to do it, just like Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has the skills to beat anybody, but he's gutless. He's a gutless pussy. That's why he loses to these motherfuckers. It's his heart that's fucked up with Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what with Tank Davis, it's not his skills. He's got the skill set to beat anybody. He's got the power to beat anybody. He's got the savagery to beat anybody. But look, you don't listen, bro. You don't come to a weigh-in, right? You are a 24, 23, whatever year old kid. You don't come to a weigh-in and don't make weight. When you knew you was fighting Abner Mares for months now, you should have been on weight. You don't come, like my brother Stay Ready says, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't ready. That is why Lomachenko beat him right now. That is why. That and that alone.
Do you think these are correctable problems for Tank, or do you think this is kind of something that's going to end up being a problem for him?
Listen, it's not. Let me put something up. It's not a correctable problem. It's not an irreversible issue. The problem is his inactivity. That is the problem. It's not the fact that is anything wrong with Tank's skill. Nothing. It is his inactivity. You're not gonna be inactive and then fight a Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be inactive and then fight a Lomachenko. That is what Lomachenko feasts on. Look at Nicholas Walter, inactive.
BFTV, can I just ask you something? Lomachenko didn't look on the decline to you in his last couple of fights, because he was getting hit an awful lot. He got painted, brother. He got painted, and you can't afford to get painted by somebody like Tank.
But he is a little right about that. If Lomachenko is able to carry drag Tank to the late rounds right now, I think he might.
I agree. I agree. No, I didn't disagree with nothing that BFTB said. BFTB is right though. It's more like Tank gets himself, but him not coming there on weight and stuff like that. I agree 100% with what BFTB is saying. You're only 24 years old and you're missing weight. Nah, go ahead.
So since since 78 Sports TV is gonna come on, let's just cut this one short real quick, and then like maybe like another time we can resume and we can wrap, you know. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do one for the coverage of the fights for this weekend. But go ahead, give your last words so we can give 78 Sports his spot, you know.
All right, I'll go first.
I'll go down the panel, you know, down the line. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. He says 78 not going online, so we can cook a little bit more. So we can kick.
I think the Tank got too much. He got too soft around. He was looking a little soft around that body. You can tell he was spending his whole camp trying to lose weight, man.
Yeah, he didn't really look like a comic book character.
Right. Yeah. If it would have went to at least the 5th round, Tank would have been gassed by the 5th round, bro. I think Tank would have been gassed by the 5th, 7th round.
Look, I didn't disagree with nothing BFTB said when it came to that scale and him taking care of himself. That's why I said it's more Tank against himself. It's more Tank against himself. Like he's not doing the right things.
And that's the and that's the problem. And that's the problem. If you're prize fighting and stuff like that, it's not just about the prize. It's about the process and getting the prize, you know. You make more money if you get belts, you know. That's the thing. Like, don't lose the opportunity by not being disciplined and slip up. And someone who is disciplined, who may be like a wild card to beats you that night because they did all the rest of the fight. And the fight starts happening. You know, you can easily do that. You prepare, you make sure your stamina's together. You make sure you're taking off weight healthily, because that's a problem with a lot of fighters. They take off a lot of weight all of a sudden, and that's not good for your body. You should be taking it off in processes. You know, right now, even Earl Spence is doing that, you know, as we speak. He's trimming down gradually. He's not doing it like all at one time.
And one thing I give Earl Spence never had to strip. You know what I mean? At the scale. You know what I mean? People could call him a weight bully all they want, but Earl Spence he don't be looking soft around the stomach. He be looking like a comic book character. I ain't gonna cap. And he never had to strip on the scale. You know, so can't nobody really talk about it.
This is true. So what you guys are saying, nothing that you said so far. Nothing that you guys have said so far has done anything to change what I just said. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you guys have said is what I'm saying. So, I mean, this is the reason why I'm telling you, Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko right now is a wash. He gets washed. You know what I'm saying? He gets absolutely washed. He's gonna be doing his workout, doing his training, whatever the case may be, but he's worried about his weight. He's going to be worried about making weight. He can say whatever he wants. Yeah, I feel good. I feel great. You can say whatever you want, but you miss weight. So you can feel whatever you want, but you feel less than what you should because you had to drain yourself even more to make weight. You're not staying ready. You're having to get ready. And getting ready means that your mind is not on the fight. Your mind is on making weight. They're not pushing this man where he needs to be pushed. He needs to be fighting. It doesn't matter who he fights. He needs to be fighting somebody. He should be fighting somebody in the next 2 months. In the next 2 months, by like June, he should be having a fight. June, April time frame. He should have a fight in April.
Now I have a question though. I have a question for you guys on the panel. Now Floyd Boy has said that Tension is going to be Lomachenko's next opponent, right?
You mean Tank?
Tank. Yeah, my bad. Tank. Do we even consider that a fight, or do we just consider that some light sparring?
Light sparring, bro.
It's a light spar, but he has to get ready. So, in my mind, I don't give a fuck. In my mind, I don't give a fuck about this fight at all. This is a stay busy fight, as it should be, because he should be staying busy. This is a him being active fight as he should be. Be active. Nothing more, nothing less. because that means you have to stay in shape. We'll see if they sanction it. If they sanction it as a fight, then he has to be in shape because he's going to have to. His title's going to be on the line. You know what I'm saying? If his title's on the line, he's gonna. And this is the reason once again, why I prefer lineal over undisputed. But whatever. Listen, his title is going to be on the line. It's not. This is not a real fight. But if they sanction it, that means he has to make weight. This is what this is all about. Him staying active, him getting into a pattern of making weight, him making that pattern a consistent thing. Once it's a consistent thing, once there's repetition, then now it is who he is. And if it is who he is, he'll be a beast. He'll be a beast. Right now, it's not him.
Again, on not to interrupt you, BFT, but to bring up what you said earlier on that Fula, I think that's another reason why they didn't throw Fortuna in there, because even though Tank might have knocked Fortuna out, Fortuna probably would mess around, drug Tank to them later rounds and made it rough on him and got his ass out, and it looked ugly for Tank. Fuck around.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't really know how he will look in later rounds. I don't know, because he's so used to, you know what I mean, getting dudes out of there. So I can't comment on him in the later rounds. Because if somebody take him, he never been past the 10th round, I believe.
I don't know though, man. Listen, I understand that Fortuna probably would have been.
Hey, y'all hold down the chat real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
I think it would have been. Y'all hold down it would have been a stiffer challenge, but I don't think it would have been a challenge. I think Tank Davis would have destroyed Fortuna. I think it would have just been a stiffer challenge than what he had. I do not think Fortuna. I think Fortuna is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. However, Tank would have absolutely destroyed him. He would have destroyed him. Fortuna is there to be hit. He's not moving around. He's not switching up his angles and making you fucking adjust your shit. Fortuna is there to be hit. Motherfucking, he was piecing up Robert Bunny, but Bunny was piecing him up too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was piecing him up too.
Yeah, he was, man. You see Fortuna face, bro? He got that face of a brawler, bro. Them scars on that shit. He don't care. He'll run right into that shit, man. I just think, like you said, it'd have been like a tougher fight for him. It'd have scratched that. I'm just saying he probably would have had a chance to get him tired and something, man. It's a reason why they kind of dodged that fight, man.
Fortuna would have got stopped, man. Nah, I'm not even playing. Fortuna would have got stopped. And people say the later rounds. I don't think it would have went to the later rounds. I think Fortuna would have gave him good work for about 5 rounds. Round 6, he would have got stopped. Round 6, he would have got stopped. He's there to be hit.
Do y'all actually think we'll see Tank versus Lomachenko?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
I think one of these other young dudes is going to get him first.
I think we'll see that fight. I think you will see a Tank versus Lomachenko, but you won't see it for like another 2 years.
Damn,
I think Teofimo gonna get at him first, bro. I think somebody gonna knock him off first, bro. I
think so. I don't think he's gonna be undefeated by the time Tank get him.
Me neither. I think Floyd gonna avoid that.
LT.
Well, Lomachenko's not undefeated right now, so.
I keep forgetting that.
Okay, yeah. So
he's right. He's right. I always forget that because of how they praise him.
Yeah, Teofimo is nasty. Teofimo is nice, and if Lomachenko fights Teofimo right now, I think he beats him. But
you think Lomo beats Teofimo?
Yes, I do. I do think that. But listen, I want him to fight. I want them to fight. Fight right now. Prove me wrong. I'm with it. I want it. But they're not going to do that. They're going to move Teofimo along. He's going to fight other people, yada yada yada, other people. But again, we may get that fight sooner than what we think. Because if I'm not mistaken, Teofimo is with top rank. If I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying. So we could get that fight sooner than what we think.
He is with top rank. He is with top rank, bro.
Right. So with Bob Arum being the conniving piece of shit that he is, he knows just like we know if this dude, Teofimo, gets a few more fights, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be a problem for Lomachenko. So then the smart thing to do would be to put Teofimo in right now. He's got a name. You know, he's got a name. So why sit on that? He's got some steam behind him. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense if Lomachenko can't get a Mikey Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? If he can't get a Mikey Garcia fight, then it would make sense for Lomachenko to fight Teofimo. It would make sense.
I think he
all the name in the world.
might be a problem right now, bro. Just because I think Bob Earl might be a little hesitant to throw him in there with him.
I'm not saying it won't be a problem. I don't get it twisted. Teofimo is a savage, man. That dude is a monster. He's a fucking problem.
Is Lopez Lopez is a top-ranked fighter too, right?
Yeah.
He is.
Is why I'm saying
I could see Arum spinning that even if Teofimo upsets him. You know what I mean? I could see Bob's trying to. Yeah. That's it. Seemed like that would be a lot easier fight that Arum would want to make as opposed to Tank. Just because Tank has so much power, man. I mean, Lopez has power too, but Lopez is a little bit younger, and yeah, I could see Arum maybe going for that more. Because either way, you know, it's an in-house fight for him. Either way,
I think they power. I think both of their power is explosive enough. It's just like kind of like what BFTB said. Can you hit him? You know, I don't know. I see Lomachenko being on a decline. That is not going to take away from what I said. He's been on the decline. He's been getting hit by lesser dudes like Jose Pedraza, somebody who Tank got out of there. And I know styles make fights. You know, I'm a fighter. I know styles make fights, but I just feel like right now is the time to get Lomachenko. Lomachenko hasn't been looking spectacular in his last couple fights. He didn't look spectacular in the Jorge Linares fight. He didn't look spectacular, definitely, with Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza's face looked better than his. And he didn't stop Jose Pedraza. That was the end of him being no Moschenko.
But he dropped him now.
Yeah, he dropped him, but I'd rather you stop him. Stop him is more telling than dropping somebody, in my judgment.
I agree. I definitely agree. All I'm saying is Lomachenko is still Lomachenko, right? And if they're smart, listen, what Lomachenko should do, Lomachenko should be going after Teofimo Lopez. If he can't get like the Comey fight, because I believe Comey's out and injured. If he can't get Comey, he should get Teo. If he lets Teo catch up to him, he's gonna have a problem. For real, he's gonna have a problem. He needs to get Teo now. Get him now. Get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? That way, when Teofimo gets better in the future, he can say, "Well, I've already beat him." You know what I'm saying? Get him now and get him up out of there.
Yeah,
you're right, bro.
I agree with you 100% on that. That's why I was just saying. That's why I was just saying that, because if you get Lomachenko when he's really on the decline, they not gonna give you no credit for it, man. They not gonna get you. You're not gonna get no bit of credit.
I think Teo could give him problems. I think Teo could give him problems. But I don't think Teo could beat him right now. I don't think he could beat him right now. I really don't. I think he'd give him problems though. I think
how many more fights? How many more fights you think, BFTB, in your judgment?
Two to three tops for Lomachenko. After 2 to 3 more fights tops for Lomachenko, somebody's gonna dust him off, and they're gonna dust him off badly. And I don't know who. Listen, with Richard Comey,
I can see it too, man. I think, man, and when they do dust him off, he gonna get knocked. I think he gonna get knocked out, man. I really think Lomo is frail, bro. Like, I mean, he's an awesome fighter, but I think he's frail. As far as when he get hit by somebody with some power, I think they're gonna shatter him. He ain't gonna never be.
I 100% believe that, because if you remember the punch that dropped him when Linares dropped him, it was just a straight. It was a straight. It was a beautiful straight. Boom, straight right.
And it was a glancing blow. It was a glancing blow. Knockdown. Yeah, it was a glancing blow.
It was a flash knockdown. The Linares blow was a flash knockdown.
But I don't think it was flash, man. It was a straight right. That hit him straight in his shit. And it was a delayed reaction. So I think him fighting with Tank Davis in about 3 fights is a problem. It's a problem. 3 fights, it's done. It's done. And I can see Tank Davis getting these fights this year that Ryu can do, and then maybe getting a few other couple other fights, and potentially getting a fight with old buddy One Eye Willie. You know what I'm saying? Getting them.
He said One Eye Willie.
I can see him fighting.
Yeah. What man called the One Eye Willie?
I'm just saying, like, I can see that happening, bro. I can see that happening.
Oh man, y'all at least have far below, man.
Lomachenko
Y'all
has
wrong.
2 to 3 more
Listen, man,
fights in his
since we've been
prime. He needs to exploit those. He needs to exploit
since
those.
we've been since we've been cooking on the Lomachenko fight, I'm not really interested in this fight that's coming up. But DeGale and Chris Eubanks have been jaw jacking at each other.
I don't give a
Chris
damn
Eubanks
about
said,
them.
"I'm going to stop him."
Y'all know
James
what I
DeGale
care about
said,
when it comes to James
James
DeGale.
DeGale said, I'm gonna retire him." Well, I mean, honestly, I don't care about this fight, but who do you guys see winning that fight? Although
Let
it's
me
like
tell
a
you.
fight.
Let me
that
go
I
first,
really-
Fula. I'm gonna say this again. PK laughing because he know what I'm gonna say. I think Chris Eubank slightly edges it, but I want James DeGale to win because of his sister. I'm done.
Okay.
Bro.
Abel, EFTV, PK, LT. What do y'all think about it? I'm not interested in the fight, but what do you
Listen,
guys
I'm not
think?
either, bro.
Eubank.
No, it don't even matter to me.
Skill set.
I like Eubank. I've always liked Eubank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always liked this dude. I think he could have beat George Groves if he wasn't in.
Good God. What the fuck, man?
What's up?
Dude, everyone got raptured.
What happened?
Rapture, bro.
Oh yeah.
It is
Back
great.
now, back.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Anyway, so like I was saying, right? I think,
hey man, someone's messing with the channel.
yeah, probably. But I think
Go ahead, BFTB.
I think Eubanks is a good fighter. I've always thought he was a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He just went a little haywire with the fucking George Grove shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think and I think Billy Joe Saunders got him at the right time. I think he got him at the right time. Now, what with this, right? With this fight, if Chris Eubank, I think Chris Eubank is going to destroy James DeGale. I really do. Listen, James DeGale is a good fighter. He's good.
Okay.
But I think Chris Eubank is going to destroy him. And I don't like neither one. I don't like DeGale like that. I like Eubanks. I don't like DeGale like that at all. Because to me, DeGale is, to me, he's like a voice, man. When I look at him, man, I just see a baby Joshua, dog. I really do, man. I see there's something about that dude, man. It's just like, I just look at him just like, bro, like, you look real soft, man. Like,
you talking about Eubank, bro?
Like, you the type of nigga that go get pedicures.
He's talking about James. He's talking about James DeGale.
Go get pedicures and get like gloss on his toenails.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're describing Eubank Senior.
I'll be honest.
Hey, well, I will say this about
I don't think
Eubanks
has any skill. He's like a big version of Sean Porter. Like, he'll get hit with something, then he start getting into exchange and start brawling. He doesn't have really any technique.
He doesn't look like he really knows how to work his way into his combinations. He just runs in and starts throwing. Man.
He don't look like he can turn and look left and right. Goddamn me, with that big ass neck and shoulders.
Yo, I want to see Chris Eubanks' sister, bro. I want to see what his sister.
I haven't seen her.
I never seen her either. She looked bad.
I will say this about James DeGale that I don't like a lot, and it's his nickname, Chucky. James Chucky DeGale. It's like every time I think of his nickname, I think of a mouse with some pizza because they have Chuck E. Cheese over here. So I'm thinking this guy is named after a restaurant. You know, we have a restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese, and it just has like a big old mouse with a pizza. So that's all I think about when he's known as James Chucky DeGale. I'm not thinking about the doll Chucky from the movies because that nigga. At this point, I think the doll from the movie Chucky stops James DeGale. You know, if they were to fight, you know, that's just my opinion. But you know,
I think if Eubank hasn't improved his boxing skills, I think DeGale could outbox him. He's definitely got the power to stop DeGale, and he is a fighter. He does have like a viciousness to him, but I don't know. I would think DeGale. I think DeGale is more skilled as a boxer, but he's been through more wars than Eubank has. So I'm not like, oh my god, I can't fucking wait for this fight. But thinking about it's a little interesting. Like I'm interested to see how much Eubank has progressed skill wise now that he actually has a fucking trainer and he's not fucking training himself. But yeah, it's kind of a question like how much DeGale has left. Like, is he still sharp?
What I don't get, man, and I know
his last fight he was getting hit a lot. And DeGale's last fight, he was getting tagged a lot in that last fight.
Yeah, Emily Eubank, that's her.
He was all busted open. You remember that fight? You remember that fight?
I'm looking at Emily Eubank. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
What I don't get, man, is
you gotta look at James DeGale's sister.
Okay, I'm not looking.
You gotta look at James DeGale's sister is smoking. That's the only reason why I want him to win.
Emily Eubank, let me look at DeGale's sister. Emily Eubank.
Yeah, bro, look at his sister. They always show her, like they always give her a cameo during the fights. That's why everybody else know about her. But I'm surprised you never see her before.
Oh yeah, I'll beat the brakes off that. Yeah, she.
D-Lo 404 boxing. Hold on. D-Lo 404 boxing said DeGale said hell to the no to Uskatagi because he knew what was gonna happen. That's why.
Yeah, he don't want to fight.
He knew what was to come if he fought Uskatagi.
Yeah.
He can fight, bro. He can fight, man.
She get that work, dog.
She bro.
Get that work. Say, how come they ain't been promoting how come they ain't been promoting the Sean Porter fight, man?
Because don't nobody give a fuck.
Well, Ugas?
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. Look, here's my thing with Ugas. Because he's a Cuban brother and I support my Cuban fighters, I want him to win, but I think he's, for one, too pillow-fisted. That's the problem. He's too pillow-fisted. For two, I don't think he can handle the headbutts, the elbows, and just the mauling of Showtime Sean Porter. I'm sorry, like Sean Porter has an ugly style of boxing. Sean Porter fights like he's in prison, basically, you know.
Right.
But he's effective in wearing these guys down.
Yeah, he aggressive. You know,
it's effective in wearing these dudes down and gnawing them.
That's that football, fool. That's the problem. Football, bro. That's that football in him, bro.
Yes.
That is. He feel like he feel like, you know, that's kind of like me back when I was in high school, man. You know, we felt like some of the bad, no offense to any basketball players in the panel, but we felt like the basketball cats were soft because they didn't want to come out there and get hit or practice in the heat. You know what I'm saying? Or take a hit, or deliver a hit. You know what I mean? They was always crying about that stuff and running off. Or, you know, you'll find out who the basketball players and who the real football players is after their first 2 weeks of practice. You know what I mean? And they, you know, they get to running. And that's how I think he look at some of these cats in the welterweight division, man. He feel like he can just out-muscle them and they might be a little soft. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's exactly right. The thing is with Showtime, or I should say Whole Time Sean Porter, the thing is about Whole Time Sean Porter is, you know, like it's like you know how you have a dog with a rope and you know the dog is just grabbing on the rope and then swinging its neck around trying to like that's how he fights, you know. And so therefore, you know, it works on a lot of guys because they're like, man, what do I do? You know, they're not skilled enough boxers to counter it, you know, counter what he's doing. The only guy who was able to do that was Kell Brook and, of course, Keith Thurman. You know, I felt that Danny Garcia landed the clear punches in their fight.
And Earl Spence in that sparring.
I felt that Danny Garcia, I felt that Danny Garcia landed the cleaner punches in that fight, but the problem was I think the judges were looking at activity, you know. Lawrence Williams asked, what can you tell us about his opponent and his foul style? Your Dennis Ugas, are you talking about the Sean Porter fight or the Santa Cruz fight? Lawrence Williams. Which fight are you talking about? Speaking of which, Speaking of which, what do you guys think of that fight? I think that's this weekend too. Leo Santa Cruz. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that fight?
Talking about? Which fight are you talking about?
Leo Santa Cruz, I think, is fighting this weekend. Yeah, I think Leo Santa Cruz is fighting this weekend.
Well, where BFTB go?
I think he might step out a little bit though, but I'll speak on that thing though. I don't care about Leo Santa Cruz at all. I still hold against him for ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know what I mean? Yeah, he is fighting this weekend. Well, I think he'll take care of business of Rafael Varela, and then move on from there. I think I got Santa Cruz winning that fight.
I don't even know if I'm watching it.
Hyphy said, no, wait. Hyphy said that Sean Porter gripped the bar with his mouth when he do a pull up. Hey, that's why I made Hyphy a moderator. Hey, that's exactly why I made Hyphy a moderator, because this dude funny as hell. That's why.
You know what?
That's why I made him a mod, because
I can't with him. So
yeah, I know, bro.
I can't with Hyphy. Hyphy's hilarious. He gotta be the funniest dude in the West Coast.
Yeah, he's funny as hell, dog. Yeah, he.
Hey, y'all should have heard what Black Fight Fan TV said.
The thing is,
go ahead.
What did he say?
No, he basically Black Fight Fan TV during his Trill Boxing trial. He basically said, "Let me send it back, bring you back with this cock." I think Hyphy knows that shit.
Oh man, that shit was funny as hell, man. That shit was funny. He was like, she come over here, I'm gonna flatten her ass with this cock. That's what he was like.
Talking about breaking her back and shit.
Yeah, that shit was funny, bro. That shit was hilarious, man.
Oh
then they were doing with the Chinese shit. That shit was hilarious.
No. Here's my favorite one. Here's my favorite one of Black Fight Fan TV. Hold up. I don't like women tell me what to do. You know, it just be very problematic. You know, when he was mocking that circle.
Yeah, you was, bro. Hey, the cat dude, funny man. I know he be so serious, but funny man. That shit be funny. BFTB funny too though. He funny than a motherfucker too though.
Funny about that. Yeah, hell yeah. You know what's funny about that card? You know, the Sean Porter card. Ortiz is on that card too, fighting that Hammer dude. Who I expect him to make easy work of. Basically.
He's not here.
Wait, Ortiz is on that card?
Yeah, he's.
Oh, see now I'm gonna watch it.
I think so.
I believe he's on that. You didn't tell me that.
And then FA, I think FA Ajagba on that card too. I think FA Ajagba on that card. I think he's fighting Amir Mansour. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll be a good card, you know. But I would like Ugas to win, you know, for the Cubans. And I know that, you know, if Ugas were to like upset Sean Porter, he would fight Earl Spence. Earl Spence actually said he ran into Ugas and he said, you know, if you went against Sean Porter, you know I'm gonna whoop your ass, right? And so he had no problem.
Yep. He met him back there in the back behind stage. He met him back there in the back.
Lawrence Williams. Yeah, Lawrence Williams corrected me and said Ortiz is on the Laura Castano card. My bad. No, Lawrence is on the Laura Castano card because it's on March 2nd. Yeah. So
we can buy 4, right?
So if Leo Santa Cruz gets past this guy, who do you guys think?
Go on mute, Act.
Free with the kid. That's why I was saying that. That's why I'm asking you. Is one person going on two?
Act, go on mute.
Hey, Act, go on mute, bro.
He may not be able to hear you.
So just 3.
All right, I'm gonna just mute him for now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, okay, if Leo Santa Cruz gets past this dude, who does he fight next?
Man, he need to fight Gary Russell Jr. and quit being scary. That's what he need to do.
No shit.
Yeah, that's the fight I want to see.
Because I think he's scared. He just really scared of that competition.
I think so too. I think so as well. You know,
because I think he really
believes. I don't like about Gary Russell is when he can't. One of them ones said Josh Warrington. That would be a good fight too. Josh Warrington.
Yeah, that's
South London, man.
But I don't want to keep throwing names in there for Leo Santa Cruz, man. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, we helping him out. He need to get in there and fight Gary Russell Jr., man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand. Yeah, I understand talking about it. We know literally he ain't gonna fight Gary, but at the same time, bro, fuck that. He need to fight Gary, man. Gary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. No, I definitely agree with you, man. He needs to fight him. They need to be able to get it in, man, for real. What do you guys think of onto some women's boxing? And I think we talked about this yesterday a little bit. Who do you guys got with the Hammer versus Clarissa Shields fight?
Clarissa Shields. Hey, see if Act off, bro. I think Act might have came back now.
Yeah. What up? Yeah, I'm at work, bro. My fault.
But I got Clarissa Shields, bro. Yeah, you good at?
What was y'all talking about?
Yeah, we can hear you. Clarissa Shields and Hammer, and who does Leo Santa Cruz fight next? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Who we want to see who we want to see Leo Santa Cruz fight next.
So y'all, which question you want me to answer first? Which question you want me to answer first? You want me to answer the Christina?
The Leo Santa Cruz. Yeah. The Leo Santa Cruz.
I want to see him fight Gary Russell. I want to see him fight Gary Russell, and if he's moving up to 130, I guess if he moves up to 130, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight I got to think of somebody realistic. I guess he would have to fight Tank because he's PBC. You know, I guess he would have to go in that direction because that would be an easier fight to make. I know Tank would destroy him.
Now, you know he ain't going nowhere near that, bro. You know,
unless he gonna get security camera.
He's not going near that train. He's not going near that. You and me both know this, bro. You and me both know it. Everybody on the panel knows this. You know, he's not going near that. Okay.
Right.
Now we were talking about Clarissa Shields versus Hammer.
Clarissa Shields versus Hammer. Now that's an interesting fight. That's like a even fight because I remember that one time I watched Christina Hammer fight. I remember Clarissa Shields was watching her. That was the same fight that Clarissa Shields got knocked down. First time in her career. So and that actually showed me that Christina could box a little bit. I think that in women boxing the power was lagging in general anyway. But I see outboxing wise, I think Clarissa Shields could edge it out. But she got to be careful because Christina Hammer could box, yo. I watched her box and she's pretty good. She's pretty good.
What I don't get, man, female boxing can be so big, bro, because there's so many black women I heard that love to fight. I don't see why they not running to boxing for some easy money, man. I don't get that. That's what. But I think the problem, another problem is that they don't push it towards the black community as far as like black women try to reach out to black women to come to boxing. You know what I mean? Like it can be so many black females because black women love to fight, man.
Yeah,
but they don't even put it in like.
I'll tell you one thing too, though, bro. No, I'll tell you one thing too. unfortunately, bro, sex sells. So you know, some of these fighters, if they don't have the look and stuff like that, then they're not gonna push. They're not gonna push these fighters. I'll give you an example, a parallel example with MMA. You know, we know that Amanda Nunes is a hell of a fighter, right? But if you didn't watch MMA, if you just watch MMA like not regularly, just sometimes, then you wouldn't even know who Nunes was. But people who don't watch MMA know who Ronda Rousey is. People who don't watch MMA know who Misha Tate is, and that's because, like, even at the weigh-in, bro, they're wearing like the bikinis all in their butt cracks and stuff like that. Because unfortunately, sex sells, but that doesn't necessarily mean.
But them women in MMA ain't attractive, Fula. Come on, man.
Oh,
There's probably one girl. There was this one.
I don't think they're
there was
attractive.
this one chick. I don't
know
know her name.
audience, though.
He
Yo,
right though,
yo.
He right though,
Misha
act,
Tate
bro.
can get it.
He right though, act. He right, bro, because I don't know who the other girl is, but I sure know who Ronda Rousey is. You know what I mean? And I don't even follow MMA like that, bro. But he right about the sex do sell. They want them to be out there and just be up there, thought it out or whatnot, man. And you know, and they probably scared, man. They know shit. A ugly bitch gonna get up there and knock a pretty bitch out.
Man, there's this one chick that I seen in MMA. They put the camera on, and she was cute as hell. I don't know her name, PK. I'm gonna find out who she was. She was at one of them last fights that I watched.
There's a couple as far as attractive MMA fighters, female MMA fighters. I say Aspen Ladd is pretty cute.
I think her name started with a G. I'm not sure.
Actually, man, Rose Namajunas used to look pretty cute when she had the longer hair, but man, who's man? I thought Misha Tate was dude. Misha Tate can get it, man. Misha Tate is point.
Yeah, they don't want none of them pretty girls get knocked out, man. Because it's big ugly bitches out here, man. They can stiff it, man. It's big, not be disrespectful to the females, you know, but it's big. It's some big.
Hey, I actually heard something.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I actually heard something too. LT Green to cook off of that. I heard Ronda Rousey was getting lit up in sparring, and her handler said, "Hey, you can't hit her in the head." You know, that's what I heard from the grapevine, that women were lighting her up in sparring, but the handler said, "Nah, don't hit her in the face." You know, because for obvious reasons, bro.
Man, her boxing. So
you're right. They don't want to see.
Because Ronda Rousey, she can't fight, bro.
Ronda Rousey's
man. She just a pretty face, bro. She really can't fight. My old lady will whoop her ass right now.
Ronda Rousey's boxing coach was this dude Edmund Tarverdian, and he was like this kind of this bullshito. Like he had like had a couple kickboxing fights, but I saw his fights, man. He was not a very good fighter, but he thought he was this great boxing coach, man. There was actually these videos up of like Ronda Rousey training and shit. And people were just trolling her like a motherfucker because she looked so bad, man. Even just
she can't fight, bro.
Even just the 1-2 even just like 1-2, you know, left hook and roll under the left hook. When she did that, man, she looked terrible doing it, man. So
she can't fight, bro. My old lady will give her the business right now and mop her ass up.
Yeah, she was getting a lot of criticism for not leaving that coach, man, because he's pretty terrible, and he ruined a couple UFC fighters' careers, including like Travis Brown, the dude she's with. But yeah, that's another story for another time. But yeah, Ronda Rousey. But that's the thing with those the MMA fighters, man. They do have a lot more exposure than the female boxers. Like I don't know, I barely know. I only know Clarissa Shields through listening to the LDBC for real. But that's the first time I heard about Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You know, there's a lot of female boxers, but again, we don't hear about them because some of them don't have the look. You know, we have the Serrano sisters. I think Amanda Serrano is the prettier sister. You know, we have Clarissa Shields. We have Hammer. We have a couple of female fighters, but we don't really hear about them because, and you got to consider that Hammer is mostly a European-based fighter. She's really a European fighter. Anyway, Hammer is mostly.
And I think and they can easily, man, throw another sister in there, man, because there's plenty of Clarissa Shields in the hoods, man, or in the U.S. I think that if they push out there and really just went recruiting for female boxers and stuff, man, or trying to push female to boxing, man, they can really have female boxing can really be something, you know what I mean, to look forward to watching and shit, man. Especially if they put Clarissa, what they should have did, they should have put Clarissa Shields on this Spence and Garcia undercard. That shit would be fire as fuck, bro. Dallas would love that, bro.
Yeah, that would have been a good move. That would have been a good move.
That would have been fire, man.
Absolutely. That would have been a real good move. Yeah.
Yeah. Me, it would have, man.
You know.
On me, because there's a lot of women out here that I believe that, you know what I mean, that like boxing. You know what I mean? Texas got a lot of women that like boxing, you know, and I think that'll give her a lot of clout, man. They get to see her out there, see her up there fight, man. I think Texas will back her a whole lot.
So I'm gonna stay on for maybe like another 30 minutes. So I want to get the thoughts on, you know, we're getting closer to the Earl Spence Mikey Garcia fight. We're getting to the build up and stuff like that. Do you think that Mikey Mikey's head right now in this current situation? We already know kind of what's going through Earl's head, but what do you think Mikey is thinking about right now in this fight? From the panel, what do you guys think?
He has a bunch of candles with Guadalupe on it lit, and he's sitting down praying, and just praying for his life. I think praying that he makes it out of there alive with all his organs intact.
Murder, bro. Murder. Earl's gonna kill him, bro. It's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first funeral on pay-per-view you paid for to go to, bro. I'm telling you, man. Earl is pissed off, bro. Earl ain't doing no talking. He ain't doing none of that, bro. Earl is heated, bro. He see this shit. They have to tell him he gonna knock him out. What? How you think Earl feel like somebody telling him they gonna knock him out? Man, yeah, the 135 pounder too. Oh no, bro. And you talking you gonna take his old lady? Oh no, man. Earl heated, bro. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if Earl don't come out there and mash on the gas first round and try to get him out of there. You hear me? I'm talking about Earl ain't finna go out there stepping through no jab and trying to light work that nigga, man. Earl finna beat the brakes off of him 3 rounds, damn near tops.
Oh yeah, first time that high guard goes up, bow, bow, bow. He's gonna start comboing him to the body.
Abel, you want to add to this? So what's up?
I'm sorry, I just got.
You want to add to that? You said what?
I was gonna ask you. Like, I was actually talking with somebody outside of that. So, what were you guys talking about?
Yeah, I was asking you what do you think is going through Mikey Garcia's mind as we get closer to the fight where Earl Spence? What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know, man. Survival. Survival. That's the only thing I could think of at this point, man. I mean, I just don't see any logical explanation of how Mikey can win against Earl Spence. I just really don't see it. I really don't. And I like Mikey Garcia. I really do. And he's had really good performances in his career against some good fighters. But I just don't see how he can beat Earl Spence. I really don't. I mean, I guess the only logical way he can do it is maybe by, trying to get physical with Spence. But Spence likes to get physical with you and bump around with his shoulders and hit you in the arms and hit you in the body too. You know what I mean? And he's good at setting you up to get a good shot. He'll try to pretend like he's squaring up to get a good shot in, and then when you try to expose yourself, he knows how to counter too. I just don't see how he can win the fight. I really don't. I think at this point, just try to survive and hopefully you don't get a devastating knockout blow, man. That's what I'm hoping for. He may have to get ready to piss blood after the fight. That's what I
brought up a good point.
Body shot, man. It's gonna he gonna be pissing blood, bro. They're gonna have to hold him up to piss. He gonna have to have like his peoples behind him and somebody shaking his meat for him while he pissing, bro. He gonna be so hurt.
Okay, Hyphy brought up a good point. Earl Spence is like keeping the media out of his gym. Is a sign of worry. And he says, but it doesn't help promote his upcoming pay-per-view. Now, do you guys think that's true, or do you think pay-per-view gets
No, I don't. I mean, maybe worry for the promoting of the fight, but for going towards Earl, for him going into the fight, no. But I think they got something up their sleeve, bro. Like, they already having this little presser Saturday. Then I heard on the billboards, Earl Spencer all over the billboards on the highways, bro. Then I think, man, I just think they got something up their sleeve. And Earl, I think, like they said, man, they told you everything you need to know on the on the IG. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They keeping a hush mouth, man, until they get in there and beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. That's real talk. So what do you think about now, let me ask y'all this. Do you think that Earl Spence is going to bring anything new that we haven't seen to the fight to show people that he can actually do things that they said?
Nope. I don't think he, bro. No, he don't have to. For what? Not for Mikey, not for a 135 pounder or 140 pounder. It's gonna just be a brutal murder. He's gonna go in there and just do them just like Rocky used to do them cow ribs. Gonna do them just like that.
I have to agree with LT on this point, though, bro. I mean, he's not. I mean, let's get something straight here. He's not. Mikey's not Terrence Crawford. I mean, he doesn't have to unleash this entire, arsenal. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna see too much of the whole entire skill set of Earl Spence, but he's capable of doing it. But I don't think he's going to have to do much to try to beat him because he's only 100. He's a true legit 135 to 140 pound fighter.
Bro,
that's how he sees it.
If that man releases whole arsenal on that cat, Earl Spence is gonna be in handcuffs leaving the fight, man. It's gonna be legs and body parts and ears and noses all over the place and butt cheeks and everything. He will chop that dude up, man. It's gonna be like BFTV be saying straight destruction, bro. If he unleashes his whole arsenal, it's gonna look like a bomb has dropped in the arena, bro. After when Earl did some shit like that, man. I'm telling you, bro, he's already gonna kill the man. You don't want him to, you know what I'm saying, have to cremate the nigga.
You know what? I was also gonna say too, he's gonna have to start, or signing out organ donations after that fight too. And also, but you know what? He might need to get a bigger bucket too when he's gotta piss all that blood out of there too, man. I mean, them body shots, bro, ain't fun. Yeah, man. That's how I see it, though, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. And I think he got a lot to prove too to a lot of people, man. Shit, don't run up and challenge me, bro. You know what I mean? And then I feel like at the same time he got something to prove to Robert. You know what I mean? I think right now Earl is like the big brother, bro. He taking care of these other cats' trash. Bruner and Robert Easter. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like he said, when they told him do you feel like you need to avenge Charlo's loss to Harrison? Like you said, hey, if let's say that Harrison and her fight, I'll fight the winner out of that. He don't care, bro. He's the black Superman, bro. He's taking up for his people, for his fellow brothers, his fellow stablemates. Hey, bro, Earl want all the, I don't care what they say about the Terrence Crawford shit, bro. Earl finna beat the brakes out of everything at 147, fam. He gonna beat the brakes out of everything.
You know what? I have to agree with you. I hate to be like the bad guy, but Terrence Crawford is an excellent fighter. Terrence Crawford is an excellent boxer, I guess you can say, who can punch and who has movement and is good at gauging the distance. But Earl Spence, I think, is just stronger, more athletic, and his boxing ability can actually hang with Terrence Crawford. So I think
he's more athletic too.
Huh?
I think he's more athletic too, man. Earl just, I think his, like, you know, Terrence Crawford can box, bro, and I think he's probably like, you know what I mean, maybe 10% better boxer than Earl. You know what I mean? But I think, man, Earl is just, it's just like everybody says, it's gonna be his power and his size is gonna be too much for him, bro. Because I think Terrence Crawford has a hard time with Kell Brook if he can win that fight. You know what I mean? And I think Earl, man, once Earl, man, touches him to the body a couple of times, man, I'm subscribed to Phil Greco's little show he be having. He said, man, he took a couple of Earls. He rather took him to the face of Earl than the body. He said, man, them body shots hurt so bad, bro. He said his placement of them body shots hurt so bad, bro. I think he's gonna break Terrence Crawford. I think he's gonna hurt him really bad, bro. And I think he wants to, bro. I wouldn't be surprised Earl call him out by December, bro, and fight him by December, bro. And they don't stretch it to 2020. Earl want to hurt Terrence Crawford bad, bro.
Earl said, "I want him in his prime. I want him in his prime."
I think
his old country, his country ass. He's like, I want him in his prime.
I think Earl gonna fight him 2020. At the end of this year, bro. I respect everybody else's word, but I for some reason in my soul, bro, I feel like Earl is gonna. Damn, somebody's alarm is loud than this. I feel like I feel like Earl is gonna call him out at the end of this year, bro. Like December or some shit like that. Earl gonna fight Terrence Crawford, bro, and he gonna hurt him real bad, man.
I can see that. I can see that being the case.
Because he hear us, you know what I mean? He hear y'all, he hear everybody else, he hear, you know what I'm saying, with the shit Bo Mac saying. They got people, he got homies that's watching YouTube and shit and catching these channels, bro. Earl see that shit, bro. He don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying, thinking he a ducker. He don't want nothing to be in the category as Keith Thurman. You know what I mean?
LT, I actually like the fact that he closed the gym. I like that. I like it. I want it to be an enigma. I want you to be more of a mystery and stuff like that for what we gonna do to Mikey. I actually think that actually worried Mikey's team.
He's an animal.
You know what I'm saying?
Animal, bro. He's an animal. They gym right now, bro. They gym, even though it's probably like 50, 60 degrees out here in Texas. They gym right now, probably at least about 85, bro. The dude ain't got no AC in there. Damn near no windows. You know what I'm talking about? They might have one fan in that bitch. When it's summertime out here blazing, bro, it's like 125 in the man gym, Kimpo. The man is an animal. They working in straight heat. They in the practicing pants and maybe some thick ass shorts or something. Man, the dude is a beast, bro. He don't go nowhere outside of Texas. He don't need all that snack and all that extra shit going to different states for the training and all that shit. He gonna be right here in the desert, bro. And just, I'm telling you, man, I don't see nobody at 147 that's gonna be able to hurt him, because you gotta be able to hurt her. I don't care how good of a boxer you is, bro. You gonna outbox him for the first 6-8 rounds, but you ain't finna go 12 with him. He gonna get you out by that 11th round, because he gonna hurt you so bad, bro. Because eventually you gonna have to skiffle with him, and he gonna hurt you. He just gonna hurt you, bro. And his punches, man. And I think the man just hit too hard for everybody at 147. You know, and I damn near want to confess, man, the nigga's a weight bully, bro. He's a weight bully. He make the weight, that's my man. But he just too big. He's like a running back. Look at him.
Well, the thing is about Earl is that he's built like, I'm not a sports scientist guy, but he's built like in such a way that like it's gonna give you problems, because for one, his arms are like down to his kneecaps. For two, he got like his waist is like thin, so he gets like hella torque on his punches. And for three, he's just like he's just broad. Like on the bottom, he's just like athletic, but on top he's like broad shouldered. Like he has like big shoulders. Like when you see him against Mikey Garcia, when
he got a big top, he got a big upper body, big top.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's proportioned just right though. He's like they said in that Bandu fight. If you sketch out the welterweight, he's like the perfect welterweight. You know what I'm saying? His body, it ain't too bulky at the top. It's proportioned just right, bro. You know what I mean? He built just like, man, shit, what you would want, like you said, at a welterweight, man. And then Dude, man, the dude a good fighter, bro. And I hate that I just learned about him a little late, man. But the dude a good fighter, bro.
Nah, he a
You know
hell
what I
of a
mean?
Yeah,
Then
good
they,
fighter.
he
man.
got
There's
this
just
to say that he on roids and all this type of shit,
Yeah,
man.
you know,
Man,
I
that
want to
shit
talk.
don't
Come on,
What
mean
do you
man.
think?
That
shit,
ain't
bro.
that ain't steroids. That's hard work and slave DNA.
Hard work and pay, man. It's hard work, bro. It's hard work. If they people would see the type of training this man go through out here, bro, and the type of weather that he, you know what I'm saying, then in conditions and the climates that he train in, bro. If a person would come out here and just spend 1 year and practice and did a Texas football, bro, they will understand why this man is so strong, bro, and why he built like that, bro. I'm
there's
telling you,
Yeah,
just
man,
something.
it's something in the water down here, bro. Like the
PK, go
football
ahead.
condition, bro.
There's something about the way Spence digs his body shots in, man. When he combos to the body, there's just something about the way he digs into the liver and the ribs, man. It's nasty, man. He punches with a lot of purpose and with really bad intentions, man, especially to the body. It's nasty, man. I agree with everything LT said. I think he's the best at 147. And it's a combination of everything, man. His athleticism, his ring IQ, his punch power, his the dog in him, and just the fact that he's a huge welterweight that cuts weight responsibly and doesn't really appear to be drained. He moves. He's a pressure fighter, but he's not like a reckless swarmer. He really
Right.
he's a stalker,
He's
man.
methodical. He's a real methodical
Yeah.
with being in strategy. He's real smooth, and he's like, like an
All
animal
right.
out there, bro. He's
We,
like,
we we got 10 minutes before the Smoke City Mobcast. So we'll just wrap about like 5 more minutes and then we'll give some last words so we can go to that.
my last
So
words,
keep
bro.
on going.
My last
Keep on
words,
going.
bro. I'm gonna point out a couple flaws. You know what I'm saying, for Earl and them Terrence Bud Crawford fans. You know what I mean, like my boy Stephen L. Hawkins in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? I think Earl is open for the uppercut. You know what I mean? I think he open for an uppercut. You know what I mean? And he does have, you know what I mean. Look, he sometimes a little mishaps on it. Now, I ain't gonna say his footwork, bro, because you ain't never seen Earl really trip over his feet or nothing. And people say flat footed, and the dude got great balance, bro. And I think he got good footwork, man. I think he open for the uppercut, and I think he open when he throw his jab sometimes, because you know what I mean. Even though his jab is straight and is stiff. I think you can kind of time his jab and come over his jab and get him. But you gotta, you know what I mean. You gotta be. I think the only supreme boxer that's gonna be able to try to tap into all that is gonna be Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Because Brooke was doing it, but Brooke just didn't have enough firepower. You know what I mean, to get Earl out of there, bro. You know what I mean? He was strong as fuck, bro. But I just think, man, Earl's will and his being built Texas tough, man, just that's what won him to fight, bro. His will and his Texas toughness, bro.
I have a question for y'all. Do you think that do you think that Terrence Crawford is is kind of a small welterweight though? Do you feel like he's a little undersized at welterweight, or what do y'all think about that?
I think my bad. I'm gonna let somebody else speak. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
I don't know if he's small, but I think he's maxed out at welterweight. You know, I don't think Terrence Crawford could go up and fight at light middleweight. I think Errol probably could, but no, Terrence Crawford. I don't think he's small, but I don't think he's necessarily a big welterweight either. I think he's just kind of you know, that might just be a good weight for him if you can't really make 140. I don't know. I think he's somewhere right in the middle, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, let's wrap it up, guys. You know, this was the first premiere show of the Fula Effect. We're gonna have some different stuff on it. You know, I'm gonna try to like cook some stuff up and things like that. This was a good build, though. I appreciate y'all coming on. The next episode will probably be, I'm gonna bring a special guest, and we're going to talk about the history and the current state of Cuban boxing, because I was trained in that Cuban school, basically, and still am trained in that Cuban school. So I like to rap about it a lot, since nobody really raps about it. So that show will probably be coming sometime this week. I just got to get the guy when he ain't busy. But go ahead, guys, give your last words. Let them know how they can follow you too. Let them know how they can follow your pages. Give your social media handles. Go ahead.
Well, man, I appreciate you giving me time to come on, man, and chop it up with your Fula, bro.
No problem. Anytime.
And then, man, y'all can I mean, I don't really, I did one live so far since I've been on her, bro. It was real little small, man. I was just on there chopping up. But anyway, man, y'all everybody know me, LT Green, man. Y'all can just call me LT, bro. It's my real name. I ain't got no social media. I don't fool with it, man. And I'll be in the chat, man. And Terrence Crawford, man, he too light in the ass, man. Too light in the ass. Yeah, I think he's small, bro. I think he a good decent size at 147, but it ain't he ain't getting no bigger than that, man. You seen how thin he was in that black, man. That showed me, man, that when they was back there behind me, Earl was just so massive to that dude, man. And I think Bud gonna give him a good fight, first six, 7 rounds. But then Earl gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Thanks for allowing me to chop it up and listen in and all that stuff, though, man. And hopefully you can probably do some more of this in the future there too. And for everybody in the chat there too as well. And the event that anybody needs to be filled in or stuff like that, I'll be willing to do a live stream there too if necessary there as well, though, man. Y'all can follow me on YouTube under the Bulls avatar. And then you also can follow me on Facebook, and you also follow me on Instagram, Mahari Nation 23 there as well. So y'all can follow me, and we can always just chop it up, whatever boxing, sports, whatever y'all want to talk about. Y'all have a good night, guys, and also stay tuned to the Smoke City Mobcast in 5 minutes.
Cool. All right, Quattro Cinco, what's up?
Yo, man, you already know what time it is. I had to support my brother Fula, the world premiere of the Fula Effect. So, I had to jump in the building, man. Y'all can follow me on YouTube, follow me on my new channel, Quattro Cinco. You know what I mean? I'll still be uploading videos on the act. Matter of fact, I'm uploading a video tonight on the Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Anthony Joshua on my Act Reaching page, so look out for that. Shout out to the LDBC and my full Berserker clan. You know what I mean? It's your boy Ack. I never steer you wrong, and I'm out.
All right. Last but not least, PK, what's up?
Man, Fula, I really appreciate the link, man. It's great to be part of the premiere episode of the Fula Effect. Salute to all the usual suspects, man. Salute to the mighty LDBC. You can follow me on YouTube at PK Boxing and MMA. But thanks again, Fula, man. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Thank you, guys. And also, you guys in the chat, if y'all ain't following BFTB, go ahead and follow that guy. He has what you need when it comes to bashing these trolls. And so with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one, as we say in my language, which means just I bring you peace on Jarama.